really breezy here, but I've got my Wensler and my camera. I just had to get out and film the historic Bowling Green, Kentucky train station. What a piece of architecture with a red tile roof. And they have a lot of train cars here you can take a tour of. And I was reading it costs like $20 per person or so to go on the 45-minute guided tour. I'm sure it's very informative. But it's nice to see that some towns in Kentucky still have their historic train stations, even though passenger train service is so limited in the state of Kentucky, as well as Tennessee and Ohio. I did another video where I talk about how the three states, Ohio, Kentucky, and Tennessee, if they reestablished kind of a grid of intercity rail passenger service, it would really be helpful for establishing more of a national network. You hear a train in the distance. There is I believe it's an active rail line right behind where the cars are here. The Louisville and Nashville. So, Louisville and Nashville both don't have train service anymore. And they could really use it because we've been driving. We were up in Louisville yesterday, and then we drove down to Bowling Green. And we just made it into the part of Louisville where Churchill Downs was, because my wife wanted to see Churchill Downs, and we drove around it, and she went into the gift shop and everything. But the traffic is so heavy on the highway between Nashville and Louisville. I mean, it felt like Los Angeles. So there's a freight train going behind. CSX engine. And then individual cars have names. Something, the Towering Pine, and then this is the Duncan Hines. And it's a great looking engine. That's the way engines should look. I'll go around to the front of that engine. But the state of Kentucky is spending a lot of money widening the highway network, and I know it has to be done, but you know that those roads are just going to get filled up again even when they get wider. That's the way it always is. This is a railway post office car. And they've done a great job of really refurbishing these cars. I've heard one thing, like on Reddit, that they don't recommend you go on the tour of the cars in the summer because they're not air conditioned and it's so hot. But there's a tour group behind me. Looks like they're going to do just that. This looks like a car carrier freight train. Long train. Isn't that a great looking engine? Louisville and Nashville. I know some people are fans of steam locomotives, but this is the kind of engine that from my childhood they still had intercity passenger service that were run by the private railroads before Amtrak took over in 1970. But I can remember my family, when our family moved from Denver, where I was born, to Philadelphia, we took the train all the way across the country. Cars are making some noise. Anyway, I'll make one more pass around the station, but I just wanted to film this. And by the way, like, this is downtown Bowling Green over here, and we just drove around Western Kentucky University, and it's a very good looking school, I have to say. And new construction. They have so much new construction, they're even doing demolition of a new building. Don't know why that is. To make way for even a newer building, but it has some impressive older architecture, you know, buildings with columns and such. So that was impressive to us. And my wife and I liked Lexington, Kentucky, but we like the fact that down here in Bowling Green there's a little less traffic, because Lexington's near Louisville. And they're gonna go into the post office car. And one of the cars here I was reading is a former presidential car, maybe for the president of the railroad. So that's interesting. Anyway, let me go up a little bit further here and around the station from the back. Before I walk over to the back of the station, there's a little plaque on here for the electromotive division that built this locomotive. It was built in 1951. Well, I thought they'd have the old canopies over the platform here down in the back of the station, but they've built an addition onto the station, I think, for the museum that's here. And I think they have a big model railroad display. Here's a canopy over here. Bowling Green. I can only dream about train service someday being restored to Kentucky. Passenger train service outside of, right along the Ohio River and extreme western Kentucky along the Mississippi. But here's the old platform, fenced off now. And some old baggage cars. And this is a hospital unit car. That they probably used during World War II. U.S. Army. So, a lot to see here in Bowling Green. By the way, some of the cars, they have these fan units going, so I think maybe they are trying to keep them cooler. A little caboose here. Everything's very nip and tuck here. They're obviously doing a great job. The Glasgow Railway Company. So Glasgow's a town in Kentucky, being named after the largest city in Scotland. Just wanted to take a peek into the main waiting room. Let's see if you can do that. All the signs are pointing to another door here, but let's see. Maybe you can at least look inside. Well, let's see what we can see. Nice tile floor. The reflection is really bright. But that's the old main waiting room. All right. That's the Louisville and Nashville train station here in Bowling Green, Kentucky. Maybe someday it'll be back to being a real train station. Just to show you where Bowling Green is, it's in south central Kentucky, and it was sort of midway on our downward trip from the north down to the deep south. And as I showed in a previous video I did about Lexington, Kentucky, where I talked about how a lot of the highways have a lot of truck traffic and it's really busy and it's not a pleasant place to drive, at least Bowling Green is in one area that is not in that area. Although when you drive south of Bowling Green, if you want to go to Nashville, then the traffic starts picking up. That's what I show in the blue here. So it's in the nice part of Kentucky that's a little more chill, which we liked. And as I also discussed in the previous video about Lexington, where I talk about the lack of passenger train service in this whole area, Kentucky, Tennessee, northern Alabama, northern Mississippi, Bowling Green is right in the middle of this area that's not served by passenger trains anymore. But as we saw, it once had a beautiful station, so there was service to this part of the state at one time. Here's an overall map of Bowling Green. I just wanted to point out some of the highlights of what I think is a nice town. This is where I just visited and showed you the train and the station on the northern part of the downtown. And this is where we stayed at the south end of town, the Drury Inn. I highly recommend it. It was a very nice Drury Inn right off the highway. And one thing we did, in addition to going to the train station, we drove around Western Kentucky University, which was a very nice looking school, I have to say. Very good looking school. And you can see this from the highway when you're driving by, but they have the National Corvette Museum because they make Corvettes near here in southern Kentucky. And this is an attraction, the Lost River Cave, where you can actually go on a boat ride that goes underneath Bowling Green in a cave system, which we thought sounded really interesting. But when we looked into it, it was temporarily closed because of flooding. They'd had a lot of rain. So that makes it too tight of a squeeze if you were in a boat going through the caves. So we couldn't do that, but that would definitely be an attraction to go to. And here's a picture of what it looks like when the water's a little bit lower. Looks really interesting. And this is just one of the buildings at Western Kentucky. They have a mix, just like University of Kentucky, they have a mix of historic and newer buildings. So this was just a classic look. And so that wound up our trip to Kentucky. I thought this was a nice rest stop. My wife made me take a picture of this because it was really nice that they did this. I think most people who stop at the rest stop don't even see this, but she noticed it. So yeah, Kentucky is the bluegrass state, home of racehorses, and it's a big thing to see when you're in Kentucky, and I'm glad we did when we were in Lexington. But Kentucky could use some passenger trains. They got to bring them back. There's a lot of cities that have nice train stations just waiting for passenger service to return to Kentucky. So that's it for my video on Bowling Green. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next video, which will be coming from Oxford, Mississippi. Thanks for watching.